Bringing you live from the circles of the lake and passes right through 8-9 miles during the 58 lap race. Who took 1 minute and 30 through cars. David Coulthard went on the win. This is perfect for motor racing. Attempt to get ahead of the pack and expect to see a lot of crazy hot out here today. What a wonderful day for the intention-filled pause. When the lights go out, the race begins. One light, two lights, three lights, four lights, five lights, pause, go! Oh my word!
Wow, what an intro. That was fantastic. I've got goosebumps now. Hello everyone and welcome back to my 100% race series on every F1 game on PlayStation. And today of course it's Formula 1 99, the official game by Sony. And here of course is some of the teams and drivers. We've got Mika Salo of course substituting for Michael Schumacher after he broke his leg. We've also got him in BAR. We've got the Menardis as well. Oh my goodness, just look. Oh my goodness, Johnny Herbert looks so gay, so bloody gay. Anyway, I think we're going to pick Alexander Wurz, of course, in the Benetton Playlife. Yes, the Benetton Playlife, which was basically a rebadged Renault engine because Renault pulled out of the sport after 1997 and they become a customer engine supplier, and that's why they rebadged it as Playlife. Okay then, so as you can see, we're just about to go through the settings now. For this race, we are not going to put it on the maximum AI, and I will explain that as we get later into the video. But everything else is going to be put on realistic or bloody hard as much as we can. But the AI skill level, we're going to leave at normal. We've got expert and I think something else as well, but we're going to leave it on normal. But everything else we are going to ramp up to maximum. As I say, I'll explain the reasoning for that as we get later into the video. And here are the setups. You can have some presets or you can put your own setup in and basically tailor it to whatever you want. But we're going to go with the preset that is whatever they give us, basically. And as you can also see, now we go on to the qualifying. And in this game, you can edit the grid. And they're pretty much how they were in the 1999 season. So we're going to go to edit grid. As you can see, Alexander Wurz qualified in 9th position. So we are going to start in the car in 9th place. So here we go then, over to Maui.
In pole position, Michael Schumacher. Eddie Irvine is alongside on row 1. Sitting in the grid, 3rd slot, David Coulthard. Mika Häkkinen takes 4th place. Oh my goodness me! 5th place for Heinz Harald Frentzen. In 6th spot, Damon Hill. 7th place for Jean Alesi. In 8th, Johnny Herbert. 9th position for Alexander Wurz. Ralf Schumacher will start 10th. Jarno Trulli is 11th. 12th place for Rubens Barrichello. In 13th place, Jacques Villeneuve. Olivier Panis takes 14th. Alessandro Zanardi starts in 15th.
Okay, so two things happened there. Did you hear Murray Walker change his commentary to, "Oh my goodness me"? Well, that was because actually one of the cars smacked into the car in front of him while they were on the formation lap. Yes, and so Murray actually changed what he said. It's fantastic that I managed to actually catch that on video, but there you go. And also it got stuck at 18th position, didn't actually show you the cars after that on the grid, but obviously there's not only 18 runners in this race. Anyway, that's all done, so now it's time to form up on the grid for Alexander Wirtz, car number 10 in the Benetton Playlife car, and we're about to go racing for our 100% race on Formula 1 99. Okay then, so here we are, formed up on the grid. You can see the heat haze come off the back of the cars for 1999, and it's soon time to say go, 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 as the 5 lights are going out now, and it's away he goes for Alexander Wirtz at Malaysia. Gets off to a pretty decent start, a little bit of wheel spinning off the line, trying for a move on one of the Stewart cars as we go into turn 1. Let's see if he makes any improvement in his positions as we now brake very, very hard into... Oh my goodness me, I broke way too late there. Wowzers me trousers, what on earth happened there? Wait a minute, is it not the right analog stick for braking? I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to regain my composure as cars are going past me now. Down to 19th position. Oh, we're going all over the show. Going all over the show. Wheels spinning the wheels and everything. But yes, I think I hit the right analog stick for accelerate and brake. I don't think that's the right. Let's see if we can do this using the X button, and as we go to the next turn. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Okay then, so no right analog stick for this game. It's the X button and the square button for braking, of course, like the old games you used to have to do, you know, the Gran Turismos and whatnot. But there you go. So that was a little mistake there, but of course that's what you get when you don't go in for any practice or qualifying. You just go straight into the race, basically cold, and you find out that yeah, that was not the right way to go, Dave. Well done. So anyway, we're down to 21st position now. 21st place for Alexander Wirtz in the Benetton Playlife. Now, of course, this is on the medium skill setting. So, and the reason for that is quite simple. Because this game has catch-up. Yes, so anybody that remembers Gran Turismo 2 and where you could basically be overtaken by a Mini on the Tahiti road course even though you were in a Skyline will know exactly where I'm coming from. Yes, you could never actually pull out a gap on this game to the cars behind you. It's basically because they are rubber banded to you, so they always manage to be right up your derriere. Of course, this is designed to make the racing more exciting, but I have to say I'm not a fan. If you're going to make a lead on the cars behind you, should make a lead. You shouldn't artificially make the racing into something that it isn't. And that's why it's on the medium setting, because it doesn't matter what setting it's on, the cars will always behind you catch up back to you using the rubber band effect in this game. Anyway, this is now the second lap, and Michael Schumacher has just put in a fastest lap. We're in 20th position at the moment and trying to catch up to one of the back markers, which is of course the Minardi car, the blue and white Minardi in 1999. Now, other things in this game is we have the safety car. Yes, the safety car. And it actually works better than the Codemasters game. But unfortunately, it's going to be potluck on whether we will see it today. And I don't think it's probably going to come out on a 100% race. It might do, but it's pretty doubtful. It didn't actually come out that very many times anyway. But there you go. Yes, the safety car was in Formula 1 1999. Fantastic. As we're now catching up to the back of this Minardi car, let's see if we go to a move down the inside. As you can also see, the AI, the artificial intelligence, have been greatly improved for Formula 1 99 over, say, Formula 1 97. Oh, we got yellow flag, everyone. What's going on here? We got a car off and he's blown his engine. It's one of the Williams cars. One of the Williams cars has blown his engine. And so we're up now into 18th position because we've got past some back markers as well. And Pedro Della Rosa now is the car in front of us. He's in, of course, the Arrows car of 1999, which is the black car with the orange bit on the nose cone. Of course, Damon Hill's ex-team from 1997, and it was basically after he left that they started to go back down the field again and ended up pretty much as back runners. As we now go past the Arrows car, up now into 17th position. So positions after 2 laps are going to be Irvine's in the lead, Coulthard in second, Mika Hakkinen in third, Frentzen in fourth, and Damon Hill in fifth. As we now go past a huge amount of cars, we try to anyway. We get past one. Up into 16th, going past the Sauber now, do we? Yes, up into 15th position now on lap 3 out of 56. Yes, 56 laps, of course, because this is 100% race distance. Now, hopefully, we are going to pit twice. I'm not quite sure how the AI are going to pit. I think, oh, contact from behind from the Sauber. Now the damage is pretty extreme in this game. You only get one sort of hit up the Jack Jones and you will actually get some suspension damage, so we were very, very lucky there that we didn't get any damage to the rear end. And if you get suspension damage, you basically can't control the car and you have to come in for a pit stop pretty darn quick. Now, as I was saying, the AI are greatly improved and they will... Oh, we got a car out already. Oh, that was the earlier one we had the yellow flag out for. That was Alex Zanardi in the Williams car. He is out of the Grand Prix with an engine failure. As I was saying, the AI are pretty much improved. Unlike 97, they will actually defend the line and block you and pull out in front of you as you're trying to get past them. Of course, this would be absolutely fantastic if it wasn't for the fact that the collisions on this game are absolutely dire. Yes, absolutely dire. They make an enormous thump if you hit one of the cars in front of you into their side pod or whatever. It's an enormous clunking sound, but it is so unrealistic. It's unbelievable, and sometimes you actually get caught inside of them and you can't release yourself, and then you end up with this like ping pong effect, and then you go smacking straight off into the barriers. It's very, very unrealistic, I have to say, as we try and get past this car ahead of us. We're now in 14th position on lap 3 out of 56. Now, hopefully we should be going for a two-stopper. I think the AI only pit once in this game, as Eddie Irvine is still in the lead at the moment, as you can see, as we're now going past one of the Prost cars up into 13th place now, and we've got a Stewart, is it? Yes, we get past him as well, up into 12th position. And John Lacey is currently in 10th place. As we accelerate forward now to lap 4, as we go past our teammate, as you can see in the sister Benetton Playlife car, so up now to 11th position. As we accelerate forward now to lap 6, up into 8th place. We managed to get past some cars, a little bit wide there on the exit though. So oh, another yellow flag. There's another car off. Who is it this time? Oh my goodness, that was a McLaren. That was a McLaren car. Not quite sure who it was, but whoever it was, that may have been Mika Häkkinen. He is out of the Grand Prix as we accelerate forward now to lap 7. Up into 7th place now, trying to get past this Jordan. And do we get past? Yes, we do. So up into the points. We are up into the points on lap 7, 6th position at the moment. Our next target is the Williams. Of course, this is the only Williams still left in the field because Alex Zanardi has retired. Let's see if we can get... Oh, no, there was contact with the Williams there. We've lost a place of the Jordan. And you can see there was some damage there. Some bits of carbon fibre have come off the front of our car. As soon as we get to a straight bit, we'll have a look and see whether the wing has got any damage. So we're just going around these few corners now. We'll get to the straight and we'll look back and see if the wing has got any damage whatsoever. So round the corner we go. Now we look in the rear views. Well, yes, so there you can see the front wing, the leading edge of the front wing has actually crumpled in at one corner. Now luckily it doesn't do anything to your handling of the car, but if you get another hit to that wing, it will come off and you have to come in for a pit stop. So this is still lap 7, trying to get past the Jordan. Are we going to dive down inside? Yes, we do. So back into the points. Once again, we're behind this Williams car, but we got a little bit more speed going down the straight here. And as you can see, look at that. He defends the line as we go into the next turn. Very, very good indeed on Formula 1 99 over Formula 1 97 for the way that they can actually defend going into the corners and into the straight bits, in fact. So we are still trying to get... Oh, we do a nice little move here, trying to get past the Williams, and now we're trying to do a switchback on the fellow Jordan car. At the moment, can't quite manage it, so we hold on to 5th position. Yes, so we are going to pit twice. The AI, I think, are only going to pit once, because that's all they do pit in this game. So that will probably be around lap 35 on a 100% race for the AI. We are going to pit, of course, on about lap 18, something like that. And now we've got more cars retired. We've got Hackett, there was Häkkinen, and Johnny Herbert has retired on lap 7 as well. Okay, we've accelerated forward now to lap 9 and we're going for a move now on a Ferrari. Yes, a Ferrari. We've got past up into 2nd place now, and now the leader of this race is the other Ferrari. Not quite sure which one it is. It's either Michael Schumacher, of course, or Eddie Irvine, but whoever it is, they are now in the lead as we now try and dart down the inside and we get past. Yes, on lap 9 we go into the lead of this Grand Prix. Fantastic. But I won't hold on to it for long because, as you can see from the mini screen, the cars are literally right up your Jack Jones because of that rubber band effect that I mentioned earlier. But we're still in the lead at the moment, still in the lead on lap 10. Well, I was, but now, as you can see, there's the rubber band effect coming into fruition straight away there as the Ferrari darts past us. We're now back into 2nd position. Yes, now the graphics, of course, were vastly improved as well for Formula 1 99 over 97. lot of the blockiness was taken out as we accelerate forward now to lap 10, and we go for a move back on the Ferrari, so we're back into the lead once again, but this rubber band effect will work as it always does, and he will overtake us pretty soon as we accelerate forward now to lap 12, and we've got Barrichello out now as quite predictably the Ferrari re-overtakes us, and we're back down into second position. Yes, second place, but we're not going to stay there because we are going to re-overtake the car pretty soon. So yes, the graphics are pretty much improved for F1 99. Now of course, we've lost another place now, down to third place. Both the Ferraris have got past us. Now of course, for capturing this footage, anyone who's got this game will know it's pretty difficult because unfortunately this game only works properly on a PlayStation 1, the original grey box PlayStation 1. It does work on a PS2, but there are problems with the game, especially if you try to do a full season. You get about halfway through and the memory card actually stops reading the data that says that you've got a save game on it, which is quite a problem. And on PlayStation 3, this game does not work at all. In fact, neither does F1 2000 and F1 2001. But no, it does not work at all. In fact, you can get to the start line of the race and you get the sound effect of the cars pulling away, but the cars just sit there on the line and you can't pull away, and you just can't do anything because the game is not compatible with the PlayStation 3 because of course it's doing it through emulation, and obviously this game wasn't able to be emulated. Anyway, still holding on to second place at the moment as we accelerate forward now. We've got up back into the lead, predictably enough. Oh my goodness gracious me, as I say that now, the rubber banded cars have now gone past us once again, and oh my goodness, now we're down to fifth position behind the McLaren car. Of course, it's got to be David Coulthard because Mika Hakkinen is out of this Grand Prix. As we accelerate forward now to lap 14, we go past David Coulthard and re-overtake him and get back into fourth position. Our next target now, of course, is the Ferrari car, and we're going to see if we can get past him, and he's got a Jordan in front of him. Now, of course, we're going to gain a little bit of speed down the straight. Now, you can see that we're not actually gaining that much on the Ferrari, which is quite realistic, I have to say. You can see that. Look at that. He defended the line superbly there. Irvine is currently in the lead of this race. So this is Michael Schumacher. Contact with Michael Schumacher. Oh, my goodness. Well, hopefully we haven't got any more damage to that wing. We'll have to come in for an early stop, but I think we're okay. I can still feel some control in the car as we go past Michael Schumacher. Now we're going for a move on the Jordan car, and we get past him as well. So back into second position at the moment. And so there's Eddie Irvine in the Ferrari in the lead at the moment. Just looking back at the rear wing, no, we're okay. It's still damaged, but it is still there. As we accelerate forward now to lap 17, and there it is. We've got the low fuel warning, which means on the next lap we'll have to come in for our first of 2 planned pit stops. Yes, 2 planned pit stops. And so far, none of the other cars have come into the pits. So race positions after 17 laps. The leader of this race, of course, is us. Irvine second, Ralf Schumacher third, Michael Schumacher fourth, David Coulthard is in fifth, and Damon Hill is in 6th position. Yes, Damon Hill is in 6th place. That didn't happen in real life, did it? No. Anyway, we will continue. As we accelerate forward now to lap 18, and it's time for us to make our pit stop. I'm not sure whether all this is... Oh dear, it almost didn't make it into the pits there, but I'm not sure whether this is all automatic, whether you have to press buttons. Of course, I'm going to this completely cold. Of course, I've played these games hundreds of times, but a very, very long time ago, and I do get confused because I play so many how they actually work. Anyway, the wing will be automatically refreshed without anything going on. Yes, the mechanics are geniuses doing that. Yes, you won't see anything, but there it goes. Look, you see that? The wing has now replaced itself beautifully. And we've got enough fuel for 19 laps apparently. And yes, it looks like we don't have to do anything. We just have to sit there and wait for the remaining counter to reach 0. It seems to be taking quite a long time, I have to say. Oh yes, of course there's refueling as well, isn't there, for 1999. And so we rejoin in 7th position now on lap 19, 7th place. But of course we will hopefully be able to catch up to the cars in front because we're on the medium difficulty level. So there you go, we rejoin now in 9th position, and we're going past one of the other cars. It's one of the Saubers on lap 19, so up into 8th place. Eddie Irvine is still in the lead, Michael Schumacher in 2nd, and David Coulthard is in 3rd position now. Still no cars have come into the pits for their stop, so it does look like they're only going to stop once as we now go past the very, very peculiar livery of the BAR. Oh, we've binned it on lap 20. Oh, it's our first biddage of the race, and we've lost some positions. Huge amount of positions, in fact, down to 10th position now on lap 20. Yes, I was just saying went past that BAR, of course, which had the split livery on it, which was very, very peculiar indeed. Had the zip down the middle to donate that it had 2 different sponsors. Yeah, well done. Well done. Oh, no, we've hit the BAR and there's contact with our front wing, and it looks like we haven't got any damage though. That's absolutely unbelievable. Of course, the damage in this game wasn't in real time. No, it wasn't in real time. You could actually go straight into the wall and you couldn't get any damage to the car. There's no suspension damage either, and the wheels don't come off either, unfortunately. As I was saying, the damage is not very good in this game. But anyway, we persevere on lap 21, still in 10th position at the moment, and hopefully we will get past some of these cars in front. It's our teammate in front of us, who looks like he's got a Sauber in front of him, and possibly they all look like blue cars, so it could be a Prost in front of him. And as you can see, now the control in this game is very, very woolly indeed. It's not very good. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but you can never master it. You can get used to it, but you can never master the control, because unfortunately you steer by holding the left and right analog stick further, or should I say longer. The longer you steer to the left, the further the steering actually goes, which is very, very not like real life. And so basically you're endlessly stabbing the left analog stick to the left or right to get it to steer around the corners, which is very peculiar, a very peculiar system indeed, I have to say, that they implemented. And as I say, you can learn how to do it, but you can never learn how to master it, which is a shame. But anyway, the game's still pretty darn decent. A lot more decent than the next game I've got coming up anyway, but we'll talk about that in the next video. But anyway, still in 9th position at the moment, trying to get past this Sauber now, so up into 8th place. And we've still got no cars coming into the pits on lap 22, so it definitely looks like they're only going to stop once in this Grand Prix at the beautiful Malaysian circuit. As we accelerate forward now to lap 27. Lap 27 up into 6th place, so we're back into the points. And as you can see, is that a car coming to the pits? Where's that a car? No, it's not a car coming to the pits. I was getting excited there. But anyway, we're up to 5th place now. 5th position. Wowzers, no, that was a car coming to the pits. It was a Jordan. So yes, they made their one and only pit stop on lap 27, it looks like, as we accelerate forward out to lap 28. And there are more cars coming in. You can see on the mini-map now that there's cars stopped in the pit lane. Just going past the pit lane, there's no cars actually come out. But yes, there was more cars pitting. So they have made their one and only stop on lap 29. And we're up now into 4th position in this Grand Prix. Yes, 4th place as we accelerate forward now. Still in 4th place, but trying to get... we got a Minardi back marker in front of us. And they're going to the pits. Cars have gone into the pits once again. So we're now stuck behind this red car. I think, is that the Williams? Is that the Williams? Or is it the Ferrari? It's very, very difficult to get these liveries, of course, because they pop in and out pretty quickly, because, of course, we're on the magic of the PlayStation 1. Now, of course, as I was saying earlier, trying to capture this game was very, very difficult because it only works on the PlayStation 1, and unfortunately you can't get HDMI out of a PlayStation 1, and that's the only input that my capture card actually accepts. So this is running through one of those £10 piece of craps AV to HDMI converters. You've all seen them on Amazon. They're all about a tenner, and you basically have to plug in the yellow, the red and the white plug into this adapter, and then it comes out the other end, HDMI, which is then going to the capture card. Now, I wanted to do it this way because I tried lots of methods, but unfortunately they all produced quite a bit of lag, and that's not very helpful in a racing game. But this actually does not seem to have any lag whatsoever, so this is a really good alternative way to getting these videos recorded. Oh, we got hit up the Jack Jones on lap 31. We're off the circuit. That was David Twat Coulthard just replicating what he did in basically real life Formula 1. Absolute disaster of a driver. I mean, just look at Spa. Just look what happened in Spa. It's all his fault, you know. It's all his fault. Anyway, on to lap 31 now. Second place at the moment for our driver of choice, Alexander Wirtz, trying to get past this Ferrari who's got, I think, a Sauber in front of him now. Yes. And let's all try to split through the middle there, but then thought better of it, and we went to the inside line. And we hold on now to this first position as we now go past a Sauber. So no more cars are going to pit, but unfortunately we are going to have to pit on about lap 35, I think. Anyway, we accelerate forward now to lap 35, as I say. Oh, we get hit up the Jack Jones once again. This, of course, is the rubber band effect that I was talking about. Not only do they catch up to you, but they actually hit you right up the Jack Jones as well in an attempt to get past, because they basically can't see you. Yeah, they can't see you on the circuit, so they just ram you straight in the back, and usually that causes you to have a suspension failure. But we've got away with it as we accelerate forward to lap 35, and we've gone past a huge amount of cars once again, both the Ferraris, and we're going to take out a McLaren as well, back into the lead. Of course, this would never happen in real life. A Benetton would not have actually got that far up into the grid and managed to get past all the front runners, but of course in this game it's pretty much fantasy. Anyway, we accelerate forward now to the end of lap 36. It's time for us to make our second and last pit stop, and hopefully this will be a little bit faster because we know that it's all automatic. I think me changing some of those settings, or at least looking at some of those settings, actually increased the time that we spend in the pits on that first pit stop. So let's have a look and see on this second stop whether or not it's going to be a little bit quicker, because we're not going to change anything. We're just going to let it go until the finish. So there we go. Oh, look at that. Yes, I was right. Only an 8-second stop now. So we obviously, just by fiddling with the settings there, managed to increase our pit stop time. So there you go. We rejoin on lap 37 in third position at the moment. There's cars coming down the start and finish line though. Are they going to get past us as we rejoin? Yes, they do. One does. It's one of the Jordan cars. So down to fourth position now. But hopefully we will manage to get past them pretty soon. Pretty soon, it has to be said. Just going for a move down the inside now. Yes, so straight past the Jordan and back into third place as we accelerate forward now to lap 39. Lap 39 of our 100% race marathon. Trying to get past the Ferrari now. Do we do it? Yes, we do. So up into second place. Just the leader to catch now. And of course we will go. Oh no, wide, horribly wide. Horribly wide. Okay, let's go through some of the other views that this game has to offer. That's the far chase cam. This is the close chase cam. We're just going to switch to. There you go. A little bit closer to the car, and this is the cockpit view, and of course there's one more which shows you just the ground, and that's it. That's all the views. Very disappointing in Formula 1 99. Of course this was done on purpose so that you couldn't go too far into the background, so it managed to keep the frame rate up for the game. So there you go. But very disappointing choice of views, has to be said, as we accelerate forward out of lap 41. Lap 41, still in second place but still chasing this car in front, and it is of course David Coulthard as we dive down the inside of Mr. Coulthard and get back into the lead on lap 41 with just over a dozen laps to go in this race now as we accelerate forward now to lap 44, and we're still in the lead at the moment. Oh no, we binned it again, we rejoin, but we've lost the lead down to second place now, as we accelerate forward now to lap 45. Still in second, we just go past one. Oh no. Well, the fingers are getting tired now, lads. The fingers are getting very tired, and we have now binned it once again, so we're down to third position. I was fearful of this because, of course, I am now using the X button and the square button for brake, and the fingers are getting very crampy as we now go past the Ferrari once again on lap 46 and get back into second place. Oh no, we are doing terribly now, absolutely terribly. Now, as I've said in previous episodes, how I record these is I do 30 minutes. I've got a timer that is next to me while I'm recording. I do 30 minutes, then I stop for 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, take a break, have a little drink, and then I do another 30-minute session. So by the time we get to the end, or the last 15 minutes, the cramp in the fingers is getting really bad, especially ones where you've got to hit the X button and the square button to brake. It's very difficult indeed. Anyway, we accelerate forward out to lap 47, still in second place. Oh, contact with David Coulthard. A little bit of damage and debris there flew off the front of our car, but the wing is still on, so we're okay. So that damage may have been to David Coulthard's car. As we accelerate forward down to lap 48 it is, and David Coulthard once again with the rubber banding gets past us, so we're back down to second place again. God damn it. Yes, I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. I'm just not a fan of this. It's artificially creating exciting races, and that's not how it should be. Anyway, let's see if we can now re-overtake David Coulthard, and yes, we do. So back into the lead on lap 48, but don't worry because he's going to pass us again. Oh, look at this. David Coulthard is getting a run that's actually down the start and roll. Oh, yes, I forgot to mention, of course, another thing. The cars do jerk about quite a lot on the track. Oh no, we get punted. That's our teammate. That's got to be Fisichella. It's Giancarlo Fisichella in the fellow Benetton. You can see that he did a little punt on us there, but we managed to re-overtake him. Thank you, Giancarlo. Very, very good. Oh, Jesus, he's hit us again. He's hit us again. What are you doing, Fisichella? Let's cause a Ferrari now to get past us on lap 49. So we're down to third place now. Third position for Alexander Wirtz, but we're still doing well. We're still doing well. 49 laps have been completed. Hopefully we're just about to get past the Ferrari once again. Are we going to dive down the inside? Oh no, going a little bit wide, a little bit wide. But we're still holding on. But the fingers are now reaching critical mass. Yes, critical mass. I don't know how much longer they're going to hold on, but we will persevere. But I do remember that the cramp was getting pretty bad at this point, so we accelerate forward down slow on lap 49. We go past the Ferrari, so get back into second place. We've just got David Coulthard to get past, and we're back in the lead. We've just a handful of laps now left as we accelerate forward at lap 50 and at 56. We managed to catch up to the back of David Coulthard, and we get back into the lead on lap 50. Yes, lap 50. Wowzers me trousers as we accelerate forward now to lap 53. We're still in the lead, but we're just about to have that lead overtaken by the two cars. One's the Ferrari and one is David Coulthard, so we're down to second place. We've managed to hold off the Ferrari, but the McLaren Mercedes was just too much for us, and he's taken the position. And look at this, Fisichella once again dives down the inside and gets past us. Wowzers, I think he just wants some TV coverage, to be honest, because there's no business there trying to get past us. I don't think that's even for position, is it? I don't think it is. Anyway, we've gone off the circuit again, so we accelerate forward down to lap 54. Just 2 laps remain as we go past the Ferrari, back into second place. Are we going to put a move on David Coulthard and get back into the lead of this race with just 2 laps to go? We dive down the inside of oh no! We've got a low fuel already. Why have we got low fuel already? We've still 2 laps to go. Oh no, this could be disaster for our 100% race. Oh no. Are we going to run out of fuel before the end? Anyway, we're still in the lead at the moment with just 2 laps to go as we accelerate forward now to the end of lap 55. And look at that, the Ferrari dives down the inside and retakes the place, so we're down to second place. I'm not so sure that we're going to not run out of fuel in this race as we accelerate forward now to lap 55, and it's saying that I can't come in. I can't come into the pits. There's only 1 more lap to go. I'll be stupid to come into the pits. Absolutely stupid. We're gonna continue on. We're gonna continue on. Hopefully we'll be okay for fuel. We'll just have to sort of see if we can just sort of, I don't know, drip it out of the tank. Oh no! Oh bollocks! We're out of fuel, everyone. On the last lap, we are out of fuel. Oh balls! Oh well, we done it anyway. We did 55 laps out of 56. That wasn't too bad. Michael Schumacher won the race. Coulthard was in second. Frentzen in third. Villeneuve in fourth. And the timings, I have to say, they look pretty decent. So this game looks like it works on 100% races. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. You've been awesome as always. And as always, there will of course be more later. Now, as I've said in the past, make sure that you stay safe and you stay indoors. Good night.